Okay, so going to look at another option from the overhook from closed guard. So we'll just do our usual setups. So again, Shay's making this stiff arm from closed guard gi. I'm going to make that cross grip, left hand comes underneath, grab my own wrist, turn the sharp bit of my left wrist into his wrist, and as I pull with my knees to break his posture, I'm bringing this above my head, then I get the outside position with my wrist so he can't re-grab. I make the grip under the armpit and I pull with my legs and I just arm drag his leg, arm across. As he pulls back, I'm pushing it in so there's a bend in his arm. Left hand comes in, I find my own wrist, that reverse Chimera grip, and now I just start pushing this through. Okay, releasing the wrist and finding that collar. So now I've got that overhook. I'm also shrimping onto my side, so I've got angle. I'm on my right hip. My legs are crossed at Shay's left hip, and now we can either go for this punch choke or the cross choke. But the reaction that we looked at last time was Shay brought his hand in to stop that. So we looked at options of hitting the triangle from here, hitting the arm bar, which you covered last time. And the only thing I can do is my hand that is the collar can find that sleeve. And now from here, my free hand just finds his elbow and I just basically push it to the inside. Once I have that inside position, my free hand reaches over and basically grabs the material underneath Shay's right armpit. So if he tries to free his arm from here, it's very, very difficult. Now all I need is the butterfly hooking. Shay has no base to his left hand side. So I open my guard, plant my left foot on the mat, and I'm going to hip out, and then I'm going to put in my left butterfly hook. My right leg drops down to the mat, but again I'm aware if Shay tries to step over my knee, I'll keep my knee just above his knee. So in other words, I don't want to cap it down here and then he just step over my knee. Yes, I don't want that. Take it back a step. If I feel him trying to step over, I'll lift it back up again. And now when the moment's right, I'm just going to use my butterfly hook to elevate Shay. I'm coming in the mount. I put my head on the mat, and now I'm going to beat his elbow line. So I'm just going to hip up and bring my right knee over his left shoulder. From that position, I post my hand, leg comes around the neck, and we're just going to go into the mounted triangle. So I post my head on the mat, lock my right foot behind the back of my left knee. Right, I've got connection. We have the mounted triangle. Let's just get another angle on that. So from close guard, the other setup that we looked at was the cross grip. Find my wrist, pull, and I bring this over my head, and then I put in my overhook, shrimp out to get a little bit of angle. I'm looking for the cross choke or the punch choke, and the response I'm after is this hand coming across. So my overhook hand, my left hand grabs his left sleeve, and then my free hand grabs the elbow, and I just push it inside my right hip, and then I make a grip over the top of his left shoulder. Again, if he tries to free that arm, it's going to be very, very difficult. And now I plant my left foot on the mat, hip out, put in my butterfly hook. Right leg drops down, but I'm monitoring in case he tries to step over my knee, and then I just elevate him to mount. Come forward, so my right leg clears his left shoulder. I still have my grips, and now from there I'm going to post my hand on the mat and bring my right leg behind. I want to make sure there's no space here, so I post my right hand and fill that space. I want the crook of my right knee, the back of it, across his left jugular. Put my head on the mat, and now from there I'm just going to lock my triangle, sit up, and now I can find the back of his head. That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it, in case I get reversed, is put my hands on the mat and just make a semicircle with my feet to finish. I'm going to get another angle here just on this side now. So, from close guard, cross grip, pull, get outside position, drag it across. The response as he pulls back, and now I go for that reverse Chimera grip. Punch it through, find the collar, hip out, and now I want angle. So now I'm going for that cross choke, and that's the response I'm after. So from there, my hand out of the collar just finds the sleeve, And then I push this inside, and I come over his shoulder and make a grip at the far armpit. Try to pull your arm out, bro. Now Shay has no base to his left side. So I'll open my closed guard, I'm going to hip out, put in the hook, drop this down so he doesn't try to widen your knee there, bro, and now I just come up on top. If my right leg hasn't cleared his left shoulder, I'm just going to tripod up a little bit. And now from there I'm going to post my left hand on the mat, raise his head and get the bite. Right hand goes in the mat, and then I want to fill that space. Just turn this way, bro. Okay, I can't have any space out of his left ear, so I fill that in deep. Put my head on the mat, find my shin, lock the triangle. And from there, to tighten the triangle and keep my base, I'm just going to trace a semicircle with my foot, moving from my right to my left. That makes the triangle smaller. So that is our overhook butterfly sweep to mounted triangle.